What is up, Bobber Nation? Jimbobbington here on this cold but sunny day here in Colorado. We had close to 6 inches of snow just a couple days ago, and it's quickly melting. That's what spring is like around here. Today we are going to discuss the DeanSpeed drag bars. I recently installed these. You could check out my video above to go watch that. But we're going to be discussing these things, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Alright, so these things are great. So far they're pretty darn comfortable. I'm not disliking the new seating position. But one thing I have noticed is these are wide. So when I am in full lock in a very slow maneuver, like a U-turn or something, I am reaching as far as I can with my opposite arm. So it's kind of like wrestling a bear at slow speed maneuvers. Everywhere else, it's pretty awesome. So DeanSpeed is a company out in Arizona. All their stuff is made in the USA. And I had a very good experience with them. Receiving my bars from the time I ordered them took 2 to 3 weeks max. To be fair, these are about the least custom item they offer. Literally nothing to them. I did order the bungs for the bar end mirrors, which came exactly as I expected. They were the right size, mirrors fit right in. But yeah, these are probably the fastest thing they can ship since they're so simple. You're not picking out any custom rise or anything like that. So I wouldn't expect near as quick a turnaround time on apes or sissy bars or anything like that. My first impressions when I took my first quick spin around the neighborhood when I put these on, I was honestly kind of surprised how drastically different it felt. And I know I shouldn't have been. So the stock bars come up about 4 inches. These come up about 0 inches. And it's a very noticeable difference. Like I mentioned in the parking lot, these things are 3 inches wider than the stock bars, so that wide grip kind of takes a minute to get used to. They're also not quite angled back at you as much as the stock bars were. But maneuverability is not hindered at all. In fact, even though my seat didn't change, it feels more like you're one with the motorcycle. Like you're sitting inside of it rather than on top of it. I kind of described it as feeling like you're driving a light cycle from Tron. I don't feel hunched over necessarily, but I'm definitely leaning forward a lot more. Not to the point where I'm actually putting weight on my wrists or anything like that. But I do notice that if my shirt's not tucked in, it feels like my ass crack is hanging out, because my jacket rides up my back. Now my buddy Dad with a Bike, he's got his own YouTube channel. If you haven't checked out his stuff, his channel is down at the bottom of my page in the recommended channels list. I'll also throw a link to his channel at the very end of this video in the end screen. But he also has the DeanSpeed drag bars. He wasn't so keen to just how low they are, and he added the 2-inch rocks risers. Oh, that was a nice bump. So in the card up above, I will link to his video where he gives a quick review on the setup of the DeanSpeed bars with the 2-inch rock risers. So that gives you a drag bar, but only half as low as the stock bars. And he seems to really like that combination. But for now, I'm really happy with the placement of these bars. I kind of have to just consciously make an effort right now to not lean on my wrists and not strain my back. And if I just remember to do those things, it's completely fine. There's no reason to strain your back. It's just a new position, so it takes some practice to get used to, and subconsciously just relax and enjoy it. Another thing I like about these bars is, since they are wider, the mirrors don't come anywhere near the tank any longer. Before, they were 1/8 of an inch from the tank, and if you weren't careful and dinged one with your knee when you were walking around the garage, you might have pushed it in and end up hitting the tank. I know people who have dents in their tank from those bar and mirrors, but now they're like at least 2 inches from the tank. The left-hand electrical control comes very close to the tank, but it doesn't hit it. You could rectify that by maybe angling them up a little bit more, but other than that, not really much you can do about it. It's not going to hit the tank, so no big deal. I've got these basically parallel with the ground, so I'm happy with that. The other kind of different thing about these, let me get up here, is the brake banjo. I had to loosen that bolt, so the stock brakes pointed towards the front before, or the side, I don't remember. But you have to turn it because the top of the fork and this were in the same place. So just had to loosen that, turn it, and reroute that a little bit, and totally fine. Not an issue there. But overall, I feel more badass. Definitely looks cooler even when it's parked, but I think I probably look a little bit cooler while I'm riding it. I've got a friend that's going to do a photo shoot for me one of these days when I'm got my exhaust and have everything set up the way I want it to. That's a turn lane, buddy. And I'm going to see if he can get some rolling shots of me so we all can laugh at how I look together. But yeah, I've taken a couple 45 to an hour rides. Oh, hey, hello all those deer. That's an awful lot of deer. You stay on the side of the road. Give you a little honk. Cute little family of deers. I've taken a couple 45-minute to an hour rides. No issues whatsoever. And in fact, the more rides I take, the more comfortable it feels, and I think I'm just getting used to everything. But yeah, it feels, like I mentioned, you're more inside the bike, kind of more of a cockpit feeling. No, I can't go the way I wanted to go. Okay, this is a yield, not a stop. Cagers. They'll never learn. Yeah, you feel like you're more one with the bike, have more control over it. It's easier to maneuver. I feel like the taller your handlebars get, the less likely it is to feel nearly as one with your bike. But I've never had apes or mini apes or anything like that. Don't care for them. I figured this is my last year in my 30s, and I better get those aggressive handlebars while I still can. I don't have the best back. I've been going to the chiropractor for years. But it seems like most of my back problems stem from issues with my hip, and as long as my hip is happy, then my back is happy, and my hips enjoy this seating position. It is a bit more awkward to look in your mirrors. I don't know if you can see them, but they're a little bit further out. Gotta wiggle my arms a little bit more to get a good view, but I mean, I always turn my head and look behind me after I've checked my mirrors anyway, so no biggie. Mirrors are just there to be legal, right? You should never trust your mirrors 100% on a motorcycle. But yeah, I'm a very happy camper. I think these bars are great. No complaints so far. DeanSpeed themselves is a great company to work with. I never had any customer service issues, so I didn't have to call or talk with them, but while my order was being fulfilled, I would get random emails saying, all right, your bars are built and they're off to coating, and just giving me little heads up along the way of what step in the process they are. That was really nice. Some companies you have to call to get that kind of an update. I definitely appreciated that from DeanSpeed, especially this day and age when you gotta wait for everything. When the bars were delivered, they came with business cards with direct call numbers to the owner and the sales manager. Another card that lets you know all the different ways you could provide reviews and feedback, and if you have an issue, call Micah right away and he'll make sure and rectify the situation immediately. So really very, very happy with, hello doggo, with the overall experience with the company. The bars are great fit and finish. I had no issues with any of the fitment. The right side mirror bung definitely had some powder coating in it. Really had to force those threads on the bar end mirror down in there. But I think that's to be expected from any product that has been powder coated and has bolts. But yeah, I'll put the link to the DeanSpeed bar down in the description. Remember to go check out Dad with a Bike. If you're interested in this review, you might enjoy his quick review with the Rox risers along with this bar. You gonna go, buddy? Oh, another thing. This is my first attempt at a 4K recording. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. It makes a difference. I've just been doing 1080 at 30 frames a second just because I thought that was fine, and I wanted to maintain disk space and upload times that were acceptable and things like that. But we're gonna give this 4K thing a shot, see how big a difference it makes, and if you guys appreciate the higher quality. Definitely give me a subscribe if any of these videos have been helpful. You enjoy what I'm doing out here? I want to know. And once again, this is Jimbobbington reminding you, do not be a skid mark. We'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.